Come in! Hello, Mr. Abili. It is nice to meet you. I'm Guillaume Bruch.
Hello, sir. It's nice to meet you too. I've been looking forward to meeting you.
Okay, great. Have a seat.
Thank you.
Do you have any trouble finding the office?
Not at all. The instructions you gave me were great.
Fine. Let's start then. Could you tell me a little bit about yourself?
Of course. I studied at the Isfates in both Metz and Saarbrücken and graduated in 2016 with a master's degree in finance. A few months after my graduation, I found a job in Crédit Mutuel, in which I've been working as a trader. I've gained so much experience during my time in this company, but recently I felt the need of developing my skills in another and bigger company like yours, HSBC. My experience in Crédit Mutuel taught me a lot how to smartly invest in order to keep the company growing, which is why I could turn out to be a real asset in a company constantly growing like yours.
Oh, nice! And how did you hear about this position?
Well, I'm a very good friend of John, the manager of the finance department, and he told me that there was a free position in your firm. Besides, I had already heard a lot about your company during my studies, and the idea of working with you has been growing on me ever since my friend told me about the position.
Oh yes, John. What attracted you to our company?
Obviously, I would say that the fame of your company in the world of finance played a great role in my decision process. But what really convinced me was your constant research of the best investments and the tenacity of your teams not to let the concurrents outpass you. I wanted to broaden my horizon in a company which always truly supports its team in order to go further.
That's what we do. What would you say is your greatest strength?
I would say that my greatest strength is perseverance. I think it is primordial in the world of finance to never give up easily and always push further to the best. I am not afraid of working a lot to reach my goals, and I apply that rule to both in my private life and my work.
That sounds very interesting. Could you tell me about one time in your current job during which you have been through a tough situation and had to maintain your enthusiasm?
Well, there's definitely this one time with a Chinese businessman who was going to invest big money in our company. We had been preparing this deal for months when suddenly we received an email from his secretary saying that they weren't going to go further with our company. It really was a tough situation because we had done all the work for nothing, but I tried to convince the team to see the good side of the failure. If we tried to understand what caused him to refuse our deal, maybe we could right our wrongs in order to make our company attractive to the Chinese market. We did that, and it actually worked, as we now count more than 20 Chinese collaborators, including the one who refused the first deal. In some kind of twisted ways, this failure turned out to be profitable and a great lesson for our company.
Smart move! And what would you define as your greatest weakness?
I would say that my greatest weakness is my fear of failure. When there's something important that I need to achieve going on in my life, I always experience that fear of not being able to make it. That comes from the fact that I'm a perfectionist. I'm obsessed with getting things done as perfect as possible, and I know that the only way to overcome that fear is work.
That sounds very promising. Nobody wants to fail. Where do you see yourself in 5 years?
In 5 years, I envision myself in a company focusing on developing itself on an international scale, and in which I would be leading a team to always look for the best opportunities. I plan on mastering this fear of failure in order to use it as a strength in 5 years.
Okay, well, it seems like I have everything I need. Do you have any questions about the company or the position?
Oh yes, I have. I saw on your website that HSBC is represented in almost 75 countries. Will I go on business trips this position?
Of course! With this position, you will almost spend 4 weeks per year abroad.
That sounds great. I really appreciate that you're considering me for this position.
Well, thank you so much for coming, Mr. Habili.
Thanks again, it's my pleasure.